Ndala. So today I have a lot of time, so I was making a lot of video for the week so you can enjoy them, and answering questions that come up and that are linked to a couple of topics that I wanted to talk about. So today we're talking about African spirituality and who are the ancestors and how does that relate to reincarnation. So this topic is a bit about the questions that I've got from people who are saying that reincarnation is like a vicious cycle where you get, spit back on earth, you die and you get spit back again, and you kind of have to live your life over and over again, reciting the same lessons and so forth and so have you. So for me, as I mentioned, my tradition is really the Bamileke tradition from Cameroon, which is my core system of belief, to which I've added a lot of different other elements based on where I've grown, where I've explored the cultures I've known and learned from. And my understanding of that is that the ancestors, in our even Bamileke tradition, the ancestors don't come here just because they are not being recycled, as some of people have said or some of people see it. This is why if you go watch my video, African Spirituality and the Power of Children, you will know that the children announce themselves, they announce who they are, and they announce why they're coming back. So they come back with a specific mission, they come back with a specific goal to accomplish and a specific purpose. So it is not all willy-nilly people are just coming back. There are ancestors that do not want to come back. There are ancestors that are much more powerful in the spirit world and who are watching over other people and helping from that space, from that realm. There are other ancestors that go different places, that go to explore other places, and you can contact them and get in touch with them and get some of that knowledge as well. So not everyone is just being reincarnated all nilly-willy, at least in our own tradition. It may be the case in other system of belief and what have you, but my stand is pretty much with this particular system of belief, where the ancestor who's coming back is going to will announce first of all his name and his purpose, where he's coming back. Sometimes he will also foretell some of the events that are going to happen and why he come, either to prepare the family for that or to play a major role in some of the events that are going to come in the future. And so when this person is coming with a specific purpose and specific intention. It's not just coming here to air on the world and just do the same thing that's been done over and over again. And sometimes it is sometimes a matter of finishing something that was left undone and finished. We all have free will, so it means that sometimes people will leave before they accomplish their mission. Maybe they want to leave, go back, resource themselves, have access to different type of knowledge while they are in the spirit world. So when they come back, they're much more powerful, they have much more strength, they have also been able to tap into other information to be able to observe what else was going on before they come back. And it's a very conscious choice for you to come back. You don't come back if you don't want to. You're not coming back here. You can come back somewhere else. And this is not a matter of you being in the knowing of some type of secret or secret society and things like that. From our tradition, it's a matter of you and your own accomplishment and your own thing that you are supposed to be doing, either in the spirit world or in this physical world. And so that's something that's open to anyone. There's no being chosen by the angels or anything like that. It's really about you, what you are supposed to accomplish, and how you want to go about doing that. It may mean that you wanted to be born in different cultures in different times so that you get that experience. It may mean other things. So it's just a matter of you understanding, why you would want to come back, while someone would want to come back. And I think a lot of time people don't understand this part of the ancestors coming back simply because they don't do the work of being open and getting the message, especially when a woman is pregnant. There are very few women that I've encountered that were able to foretell the name of the child and the purpose of the child. Most of them will go to either seek someone to divine that for them, or they will just be oblivious and just picking whatever name that comes across or that's being enticed to them. and just trying to move along and guess what's the purpose of the child. And this is kind of why a lot of people spend their entire life looking for their purpose and may find it in their 50s, 60s, and what have you, just because that initial connection wasn't made. So that's why I'm really stressing that video on African spirituality and the power of children. I really stressed the importance of a woman connecting with the child while the child is in your womb. This is the time where you are supposed to connect and get all that information, because that information is really available to you. When you connect with its ancestor, you will know so much information that that wasn't private to you before. And that's one way for you to know that this is actually an ancestor coming back. You will get information that you are not supposed to know, that you can validate with your family members, your grandmother, and so forth and so on. And it is a very empowering process, but you have to put in that time. I think this is why when you start getting mixed up with all of these modern trends about feminism and all these different things, you start losing the value and the role and understanding about a process, just like being pregnant and the pregnancy time. Because that's really a time where you are supposed to be focusing on yourself, on the child, the messages, and grow spiritually. It is not the time for you to be focused on your career or be focused on getting money and all these different things. I'm not going to go back into that. You can just watch that video. But that will help you. Going through that process will help you truly understand who are the ancestors, why they're coming back, and their purpose, and to understand that they are not just being thrown back here. There is a specific reasoning behind us coming back to this particular plane of earth and having to accomplish certain things. And as you look around, definitely you kind of see that our work is not close to be done. Therefore, people will be coming back. Another thing is that nowadays we have never been this many people on this planet, supposedly. And so it is also, this should also tell you how much beings want to come here, want to be on this plane with us, how many ancestors are actually coming back, as opposed to those who left and never wanted to come back. It is something to factor in, especially for Africa. You know, despite the fact that people say Africa doesn't have any hospitals, or enough hospitals, enough technological knowledge, there's too many wars, there's too many this and that, diseases and what have you. And yet Africans are going to be about 1 billion individual. Despite the so-called slave trade, despite of the wars, despite of the lack of hospital and what have you, we are going to be 1 billion people in Southern Sahara, the Southern Sahara region, so the Black Africa. So that's something for you to ponder about. That's something for you to really think about when you are thinking that ancestors are just coming all willy-nilly and that we are prisoners here or anything like that. When you're questioning the resilience of our people, the resilience of our spirituality, and the resilience of the energy that we embody as a whole. If you even look at China or India, they didn't have as much of the challenges that we had in order for them to get that population to that level. We've undergone a lot of things geographically in the African continent, and despite that, we are going to be among the rise of population that these two countries are having. So I just think it's just important for you to discern between the information that's given to you and the information that's resonating with you deep down inside. Because if you are even going through the process of asking those questions, it's because deep down inside you know something is not quite right. And indeed it isn't. So just make sure you always use your discernment and your own intuition in terms of the information that's given to you, and that you look at the fact. The simple facts are that as a world scale, the state of African people has increased. I think, to me, there isn't a nation or a group of people that have demonstrated to the world that much compassion, that much forgiveness, that much resilience. And I will challenge anyone if you're watching this video, to show me otherwise, or to point me to another group of people or another nation that has gone through the same thing and that had overcome that in such of a compassionate way in terms of their interaction with other races or other cultures and so forth and so on. So that was my video. I hope I answered your question, and of course if you have others, be sure to let me know. Bye.